What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave, and welcome to Dead on Dave Live. It's your favorite fat man, and we are here for as long as the fuck I want to talk about everything that you want. We're going to get ready for tomorrow night's Night of Champions. Pretty excited about that, I must say. So I hope you guys are pumped for it. I hope you're pumped for the show. I hope you're pumped for everything. I hope you're pumped for life, because we got a lot to get to. We're going to take your calls right on Skype. David Vancura, D-A-V-I-D-V-A-N-C-U-R-A, D-A-V-I-D-V-A-N-C-U-R-A. We'll take your calls, your questions, your concerns, your quips, your jokes, your stories, your anecdotes, your little tales that you tell your children at night, the lies you tell to your wife, whatever it may be that you have to say. Go ahead and call in on Skype, and we'll get this thing going. It's time to talk about all the great stuff that's going on in the world of sports and wrestling and much, much else. But first, quick plug. Hockey season's right here, kids. It's right here. Camps have opened. Teams are getting ready. Pre-games are freaking started. It's hockey's here. I don't care quite yet because, baseball, the Cubs, whoop, whoop, Cubs, and, football and everything. But I'm feeling the hockey. I'm feeling the ice starting to crystallize through my body. So if you're like me and you got the ice in your blood, make sure you go check out Tommy C over at Shot from the Point. I'm there quite often. I'll be there because our show is coming back. Shot from the Point. Tommy, Shot from Point presents In the Crease with Tommy C. It's our weekly, daily show that we do, him and I, and it's great. We talk all kinds of stuff, all the day's best hockey stories. So make sure you check that out. But also check out his weekly mothership show, Shot from Point Live. That's every Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because he gives zero fucks about the NFL. So make sure you go check that out as well, because he's the man. And he's got a great team over there that does Shot from Point Live with him. Jeff the Huff Huffman, who's here with me doing baseball stuff. Jake Link, the legendary comedian. And, of course, Matt Kazar and Frenchie Ben. They're all there, and they're doing their things together. So make sure you guys check that out. All right. Let's get into some stuff here, shall we? Because, yeah. Virgil. Quick story about Virgil. Virgil is insane. I think actually legitimately insane. But I don't know. He's now claiming that he has a lot of influences on him as a candidate. Let's just look at this. All right. This is what he said. I'm reading this straight from WrestlingLink.com. People like the spectacle. People want to see confidence. He is confident just like a wrestler. All people want to know is that they can pay the bills and have a good life. They want confidence they can eat, Virgil said. According to the article, Virgil also claimed that Donald Trump also picked his brain about presenting himself. It's worth noting that Virgil spoke less than 10 times on camera throughout his entire WWE career. That's great. Yeah, Virgil's insane, but apparently he has all kinds of influences in the political realm too. That guy is scarily crazy. What do you guys think of Virgil? Let me know. But let's look in the chat. We got a whole bunch of chat stuff going on already. Frenchie Ben, let's get copious. You're goddamn right. Let's get copious. Jake Hardy, hey Dave, Canucks for the win. Go Habs, go. From Frenchie Ben. Jake Hardy, it's good when the stream doesn't freeze. It only streams for you, Jake. It only streams for you. Matt Ernie, Dave, I know you really don't think Sting will win the WWE title tomorrow, but what if he does? What do you think the WWE could do with that? Yeah, I don't think he's going to win the title. I think it's obviously a big mistake, but I mean, there's a lot of things that they could do with him winning the title. They can make sure that the title is the new spokesperson for Bengay or Pediacare or similar, all that old person shit. I was trying to think of a really funny thing, like all the old Metamucil, all that shit. I drew a blank. I fucked it there. I completely shit the bed joke-wise. That's okay. That's completely fine. But no, I don't think he's going to win. But there are a lot of things they can do matchup-wise, mainly because of the fact that he hasn't wrestled any of these new guys. And if they... But here's my issue. See, even when I'm going down that train of thought, that logic train there, even as I'm going down that way, I am noticing that I'm not buying it. I'm not believing it because Sting can't put on the matches that we'd want to see him in. He just can't. It's science. His body is not going to hold up. Fairly certain of that. Skype's on, by the way, now. It wasn't on when I told you guys to call, but it's on now. So if you want to call in, you can do that on Skype. But his body's not going to hold up. I just don't think it makes a lot of sense to put him in a lot of matchups, especially being WWE Heavyweight Champion. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me how that could possibly work. But like matchup-wise, they can match him up with a lot of different people, and it would be interesting. And if his body was able to hold up, it would be quite epic. But we're all fairly certain that that's not going to be the case. So luckily, it's not something I really have to ponder too heavily. So... Okay, Jay Cardi, apparently breaking news from Jay Cardi. I found out who will be teaming with Roman and Dean. I hate that I found it out. Well, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Because I'd love to know who you think it's going to be. You can't say something like that. You've got to put it in there. You got to put your balls out on a chopping block. You got to put your dick there and say, hey, choppy pee-pee time, buddy. So I don't know. Okay, I said it. Okay, damn it, my WWE title, I lost to Undertaker. My 8-week win streak is over. No, I don't know what the hell he's doing. Matt Ernie, should Sting go to work for the Performance Center? He could. I think a lot of old wrestlers. I think any older type of wrestlers, anybody who has something that they can give as far either showing kids the presentation side of wrestling or the technical side of wrestling, any of it's good. Any of it's good. You know, all of it works because of the fact that there is such a lack of the old school mentality there. Well, not as much as you would think. Even as I'm saying, I'm not really even buying into myself because NXT has a lot of that, and you're seeing it with some of the work that, especially the tag teams are doing. It feels very old school, and I think a lot has to do with Triple H. But any of the old timers, any of the greats, technical or performance-based, are going to be able to add a lot of value. So, yeah, I'd love to see Sting in the Performance Center. That would be fantastic. It would be fan-friggin-tastic. If Jay Cardi does not tell us who it is, his initials are DB, I'm going to give him one chance to tell us right now who it is in the chat. And if he doesn't, I'm going to ban him. I'm going to fucking ban him. That's right. I'm going to ban his ass. And I want you to cite your source, too. You can't just make up shit. DB. I have no idea. I can't even think of any DBs right now. Jesus. Let's see here. I wonder if he got this story from where I think he did. I don't know. All right, doesn't matter. Jake, don't start things in the chat. All right. The guy is a former WWE tag team. All right, I'm going to ban his ass. I'm banning him. Whatever, mate 33. Dave really is the hero we all need but don't deserve. So instead, we got Jesse. There you go. Batista is not going to be there. It's not Batista. If this is because he cut his stupid hair, if it's Batista, then great. But that makes so little sense. That makes less sense than Eric Rowan. It makes less sense than Baron Corbin. It makes no sense at all. No 43, 44-year-old guy. Jesus. Anyway. I don't even know what to do with that. Dave Batista. Because everyone's freaked out because he got a haircut. He said, I'm bringing old school Batista back. Look. He's oh, my God. My head hurts. My head hurts at that because he's doing a movie. He just did a movie with, what's his name? Fucking De Niro. You know De Niro? Yeah, he sucks. Not De Niro. Dave Bautista. He sucks. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm not going to ban you. You said who it was. I'm not banning you, Jay Cardi. All right. This show's off to a hell of a start. I'm all distracted. Isn't that appropriate that my mind got distracted by the word distracted? It's great. Well, if Facebook said it, then it must be true. If Facebook said it, it must be true. It could happen. Let's talk about it for a second. It is something that could happen. Dave Bautista could be the third guy. I mean, he's as good as a name as anybody else that's getting thrown out. But let's face it, Bautista is not going to get cheered. Nobody wants to see Bautista. People are tired of Bautista. And, he's the animal. And, yeah, maybe he could neutralize Braun Strowman. But there's no long-term thing in that. I mean, if they're going to bring in a part-timer for effect, for just a big blow-up, it makes a lot more sense for it to be The Rock than it would ever be to be Dave Bautista. Makes no sense to me. There's nothing there, especially because the last time we saw him, he was losing to the Shield. So I don't know. And if it were going to be him, there would have been some kind of tease. There would have been. I really do believe that. So I don't know. I don't see it. But hey, anything's possible. I'm not going to say that you're 100% wrong because I'm wrong all the time. And every time that I seem to be 100% sure of something like this, it turns out getting shoved up my ass and my butthole is very small. It hurts. It hurts. Well, let's get into it, man. Let's get to what we're here for, and that is, of course, Night of Champions match-by-match predictions and breakdowns. So go ahead and get your pen and papers out, kids, and write down the copious ones predictions, and let's see how close we can get. I'm going to actually really try this time to be accurate. I want to be right. I want to get every single one of these right. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. Here we go. Let's start with the Kickoff show, Cosmic Wasteland. I'm starting to really like that name, even though I'm not sold on the long-term viability of it. I do like the name. Versus Lucha Dragons and Neville. Lucha Dragons and Neville. They should win this match. There really isn't a reason for Cosmic Wasteland to win. Then again, anything can happen with this because, they have a name. Dragons and Neville don't. Neville and a celebrity just went over at SummerSlam, so it's very possible that at a lesser pay-per-view, Stardust gets... You know what? Changing that. Cosmic Wasteland. Write it down. Cosmic Wasteland beats Lucha Dragons and Neville. Smaller pay-per-view, more than likely. Heel's going to win that one, especially coming off of the loss at SummerSlam. So, Cosmic Wasteland. Boom. See, I figured it out. See, I did that. All right. Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev with Summer Rae. It seems like they are completely confused on what to do with this situation now. Since Lana's hurt, they completely have gone away from the four-way angle, and now Dolph Ziggler might be showing actual interest in Summer Rae, even though I don't think that that's reality here. There's rumors I'm reading that the end game is going to be putting Lana back with Rusev, which I think is a horrible idea, regardless of how weak Rusev and Lana have looked because of this situation. Putting her back is one of the worst things that they can do. It just doesn't make sense, like, whatsoever. So, I don't know. But picking a winner, Dolph's got to get over. He's got to win this match. It's about time. He has to win this match. I don't see him losing again, especially now that the tide is starting to turn with Summer Rae. So I think, I think Jay Cardi's 100% right here. I do believe Summer Rae's going to end up costing Rusev the match, inadvertently or maybe even on purpose. And then wouldn't it be great if the backstage segment is him beating her mercilessly? Just completely Ray Ricing, or they show a grainy elevator footage of him just cold cocking her. I know it's unacceptable, and I know I'm just a misogynist for even bringing that up, and I'm terrible. But you know what? I'm getting really tired of the PC bullshit. I really am. That would be fucking hilarious, man, if they were just making fun of the NFL. We just... Rusev standing in an open elevator door. Hot summer come here, and just hear a scream, no, not the elevator. That would be fantastic. Oh my God, how good would that be? Completely inappropriate, but fantastic nonetheless. So yeah, there we go. Rusev is going to lose to Dolph Ziggler. I believe, love will find a way. Or I'm sorry. Let's see. Whatever mate says, time to find a notebook. That's right. Write it down, mother fuzzers. Jake Link, Neville, and the Dragons will win. Wrong. Matt Ernie, I don't know who will be IC champ. I don't know either, but we're going to get into that. Jordan Turner, the Ziggler-Rusev storyline needs to end. Honestly, absolutely. Absolutely. Commander Critter says, we want real talk? You want real talk? I'll give you real talk.
Okay, here we go. I can show them how to do it when I'm in the zone. Before we start, let me puff that indigo. If I thrust, guaranteed you're gonna feel it.
There you go. You got real talk. Happy? Happy? Are you happy? You got it. Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, the official musician of Dead on Dave Productions. My man just dropped a brand new track. One verse as well. It's a new video, which is great. If you love B-movie stuff, man, you love videos that tell a story, go watch One Verse with Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah. It's absolutely amazing. Make sure you go check that out. And you got some dance moves there. You got some dance moves from me. I mean, only I give you this top level entertainment. You're only going to get it here. So there you go. Let's see here. You know what? I'm not done. We're going to get a little more real talk. Yeah. Theremin.
Might be my arrogance, but ain't nobody stopping me. That's how I go when you pay for them shows and you study that pen biology. Love for the Ville, now it's Vegas nights. Smoking that kush, that's a satellite. Treat myself like no one better. Treat my dreams like now or never. I put that work in, outshining niggas on purpose. Ain't a hater touching my surface. Mean joke.
He said the N-word there, but it's okay. It's okay. He said it. It's fine. I didn't say it. He said it. Okay. That's Part of My Confidence. One of my favorite songs by Real Talk, actually. It's a badass jam. Go check out Real Talk, man. Check them out on www.realtalkthetruth.com. Check them out right here on YouTube, Real Talk the Metaphor Messiah. Check them out on fucking SoundCloud, man. You gotta check him out. He's the absolute man. It's Real Talk. It doesn't get much better than Real Talk. So there you go. Let's get back into the predictions. By the way, the Skype line is up. So if you want to call and get your word in, go ahead and hit me up on Skype, David Vancura, DavidVancura. You can also support the channel in many ways. You can go buy some copious gear over at www.betondave.spreadshirt.com. You can also just hit the like button. Like and subscribe, motherfuckers. Just like and subscribe. Likes are free. Subscribes are free. Subscriptions, whatever. We're almost at 1,400 subs. Thank you guys so much for all the support. You don't know how much it means to me. So thank you. Keep supporting. Keep subbing. Spread this shit around on YouTube like venereal disease. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and just fuck recklessly with my name. There you go. So there's all that good stuff. But you can also go right into the description box of this video and donate to the channel. Give a little shout out to the channel as well as a tip. And you can get your little voice heard. No voice, but just a message. I'll read it. We'll get the $1 million laugh. And all will be well with the world. You can go ahead and do that. And I'll read off your comment live on the air. The whole world will see it. Well, this world will see it. So there you go. Let's get back to the predictions. Prediction number 3. Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and a mystery partner versus the Wyatt family. I have a feeling that no matter who the partner is, I think Roman and Dean are losing. I think the Shield is going to drop this match to the Wyatts. Now, I think it's important for the Wyatts to look strong here. It might be a heel night, to be completely honest. I think it's going to be a heel night for most of the evening. I just got a feeling it's going to go that way, especially with with matches like this. It just makes a lot more sense for the Wyatts to continue to look strong. I just don't see the Shield sticking together for that much longer. There doesn't seem to be a lot of long-term story there outside of Survivor Series. So if that's where this is inevitably going, is a Survivor Series match, which makes a lot of sense. Not only does that mean that they have to find a way to keep this going until then, but they have to, we're going to have to sit through it. We're going to have to sit through more people coming in. We're going to have to sit through more of these matches. We're going to have to sit through more of the lights going down. And some of that's good and some of that's bad. I'm personally kind of over this whole thing. Who is going to be the mystery partner is a way bigger story at this point. Much bigger. I don't even think there's a question as to what is the bigger story. It's definitely the who is that third guy. And, now we're hearing, I guess, on Facebook that it's going to be Dave Bautista. I don't see that happening. I know there was a lot of speculation because of the fact that a week ago or so, Batista posted a picture that he was going to be, or he got a new haircut and how it's old school Batista, old school Animal or some shit. So everyone's like, oh, it means he's coming back. Probably not. Batista really hated his last run. He doesn't seem to have anything but fucking anger towards the WWE and wrestling in general, to be completely honest. And for him to be going into a lesser feud like this, I think makes even less sense. Yes, his name carries weight, but the fans really don't want to see him, and they certainly don't want to see him in a feud like this. So I don't know. I don't see him coming back unless it was for a guaranteed spotlight situation, because that's kind of where he is in his career. So who do I think it will ultimately be? I think it's going to come from a group of these names. Baron Corbin is still a possibility, even though that picture turned out to be a complete fake. It's bullshit. It wasn't real. It never showed up on WWE.com. It's still a possibility. For his size alone, yes, he is not ready. There's no question about that. He's not ready, but he's a big guy. And for that reason, he's always going to be an option. I think that's why he was put there to begin with that fake rumor. Chris Jericho, he's a big name. He's had history with the Wyatts. He's a possibility. Kane is ready to come back. He's had a history with the Wyatts. In fact, basically, Bray Wyatt's first feud was with Kane. So that's a very good possibility that Kane could be this guy, but he doesn't make sense for a lot of reasons either. So I don't know about that. To me, it still comes to Samoa Joe. It just, like, all logic continues to point to that one name. I don't know. There's a lot of reasons as to why. I don't know if it's going to happen. I really think it should happen. It needs to happen. For one, just the initial pop is going to be huge. People are going to lose their minds over it. But I think that he's going to bring the most to the match too. So I don't know. I've also heard that it's a good possibility that I read something in chat that made me giggle. I think it's also a good possibility that people are going to start clamoring more and more about, this Batista thing as we get closer, but we'll see. I don't know. Apparently, I'm getting said that I look like Kevin Smith in the chat. I have gotten that before, but now he's a sellout and he's losing all kinds. He's losing more weight than I am. I've lost some weight. I don't know if anybody's noticed or not. I've lost some weight. I'm still got a long way to go, but Kevin Smith has lost an amazing amount of weight. He looks great. So I appreciate that compliment, even though I don't look anything like him. I wish I was as talented as the guy. I can tell you that. Maybe not the greatest director in the world and movie creator, because now he just does stuff that he thinks is funny because he gets high with his friends and just like, I'm going to turn Justin Long into a walrus. That's just Kevin Smith. But if I could be half the storyteller that man is, then I will die a happy fucking man, let me tell you, because he's awesome. And then whatever Mate 33 says, a hot Kevin Smith. I like that. There you go. Dave seems to be in a better mood without Jesse around. I love Jesse. No, are you kidding me? I wish Jesse was here. The hell are you talking about? Oh, I love Jesse. I'm just in a good mood because I'm not in pain right this second. I'm not dying in friggin' agony. There you go. Whatever Mate 33 says, Dave wants us to get AIDS. Not real AIDS. I just want you to fuck the internet. You can get a Trojan horse. No, I don't want anybody to get AIDS. What the hell's the matter with you? Let's see here. The Simple Superior says, how in the world could you possibly... Okay, he's responding to something else. Jordan Turner, everyone needs to subscribe to Dead on Dave. If you aren't subscribed, I don't understand you. People are missing out. Thank you, Jordan Turner. I appreciate that. You are missing out. Subscribe to the channel. Become part of the next big thing in the YouTube wrestling community. We're going up the asshole of the YouTube wrestling community like a suppository. I was trying to think of maybe a loving finger, but suppository. Because I feel like once I'm inside of you, the health benefits that I give you, very much like a suppository. So there you go. There you go. The mystery partner turns on Dean and Roman. Dark Judai says. I didn't read it out loud until right this second. Like I was like, what's Dark J Udi? And then I read it together. Dark Judai. That's great. That's fantastic. Come on. That very nice. Very nice. It's not the Shield, Dave. They're called the Roman Asylum. Fuck off. The Simple Superior. Orton needs to wrestle Brock at some point. No. Matt Ernie says, Dave, could we see Team Dean versus Team Roman at Survivor Series? I would love to see that. But that means that they would both have to get a team. And that means more people going to, being involved in this. I don't know. I would like to see it, but I don't know how it would work. I don't know how. I'd just like to see them in a series of matches, one being heel. I don't even care which one's heel. That's the thing. I think either one of them would be a great heel at this point, just because of how they've been built, mishandled even. They've been so poorly handled, both of them, in so many different ways, that I could see either one of them going heel and it would work. Let's take our first caller, man. AJ Tucker. AJ Tucker, you are live with Dead on Dave, man. What you got?
I wanted to ask you who you think the mystery partner will be for Rowan.
Have you not been watching?
No, I just came in.
What the fuck, dude?
I'm sorry.
What the fuck, dude? No, I'm not doing it again. I already talked about it. No, I'm just kidding. Like I've said many times, I do think it will be Samoa Joe. It just makes the most sense to me, but I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm thinking Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan.
Nah, first he's not healthy. That's been confirmed. He's not ready to come back. In fact, he's reporting to the Performance Center next week, I believe, to start shaking off the rust. And two, he left as a Wyatt. He got hurt. He was a Wyatt. He didn't leave on bad terms. So no, I don't see that. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
But it could happen.
So
The WWE doesn't make sense half the time, so it could happen.
Yeah. That's good point.
Anything's on the table at this point. That's the thing about WWE. With these type of situations, anything's on the table, and they'll justify it, even though they just tried the Wyatt versus Wyatt thing at last year's SummerSlam, and nobody gave a flying fornication. Nobody gave a frosted furge about goddamn Harper versus Rowan, and they're not going to care now. The only time that we started caring about Rowan again is when he went back to the Wyatts.
Yeah.
So.
The other thing I wanted to ask you is, do you think the Dudleys will win the tag team titles again?
No, not now. I do think they will win it, but I don't think it will be at Night of Champions. By the way, I want to clarify. He didn't actually go back to the Wyatts. He reformed with Luke Harper. I do want to make that. I realized that I misspoke. He never actually reunited with the Wyatts, just Luke Harper. So it is a possibility, but he was heel, so I don't know. But anyway, I do think that they could win a title again at some point. I don't see the necessity in it because they're working live matches, and that tells me that's actually really good. They're working like live house shows and stuff. So that tells me that there are long-term plans for them, or at least they're giving the WWE everything they have right at the moment.
Yeah.
And the WWE may milk them. If the New Day wasn't as absolute over as they are right now, I would definitely say yes, because the tag team division would certainly need it. But with how hot the New Day is, and everything that they're doing that is just amazingly well done, and they're getting to do what they want, you got to keep going with them. So
Yeah, they're like one of the hottest heels in the company right now.
and that's the funny thing is they're
hilarious.
barely heels. That's the thing. Now that they've gone super heel, the fans are embracing them because they're just cool. They're the closest thing that we have to DX. I'm telling you, and that might sound weird at first, but if you think about it, they're an anti-establishment in a lot of ways. They go against the grain. They just basically do whatever the hell they want. They do a lot of skits, a lot of crazy things. What's his name? Xavier Woods hitting that damn trombone the way he does. It reminds me a lot of the outside antics we'd see out of DX. So I love what the New Day is doing. I don't see there's any reason to take the belts off of them.
Yeah. One final thing I wanted to ask.
Yes, sir.
This isn't really about Night Champions, but
okay.
do you think do you think in the future we'll see a Solomon Crow heel turn? Because we saw kind of a little bit of it this past week.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. He's been showing it. In fact, it already kind of happened. Zahara, the diva who just got released because of her anti-Semitic or pro-Nazi viewpoints that she did on Twitter and shit years ago, she was just introduced as his sister in a storyline before she got fired. And they flipped the script completely where he was heel and he's like, this is bullshit that all these new guys like Apollo Crews are taking my spot. I think that's who he's going to be feuding with. The guy he lost to this week on NXT. We're going to see more matches out of Crow and Crews because all the smoke is up Crew's ass, just like it was Solomon Crow when Crow came in. Crow's lost all his momentum, but he's back building now. He looks like he's in fantastic shape for the first time since he's been in NXT. He looks like he's taking it seriously. So, yeah, I think that he is going to go heel. We'll probably see a match between those two at NXT TakeOver.
Well, that's really all I got. So,
awesome. I appreciate the call, Mr. Hey, no problem, buddy. I'm always going to take your call, AJ. Come on. Most knowledgeable 12-year-old I know.
Oh, thank you. I'll be turning 13 next month.
Well, fucking A. Then you'll be the most knowledgeable 13-year-old. Let me tell you this. I'm dead serious right now. This is how serious I am, all right? If I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and I had a wrestling category for $1 million and I saw the question and I didn't know the answer, you'd be my fucking phone a friend. And I'm not even kidding.
Really?
Oh, the shit that you've surprised me with, you talk about
That's like
shit
the biggest compliment ever.
Dude, the stuff you've surprised me with, and people would have to go back because I can't think of exact examples, but go back and listen to some of the shit that AJ has done in the past on this show, talking about stuff from the 70s. I think you even hit with a 1960s thing once. Just shocked the absolute shit out of me. This kid knows more about wrestling than most of us will fucking know in our entire lives, and it's impressive as hell. So keep up your wrestling knowledge because it is quite impressive.
Thank you, Dave.
No problem,
enjoy Night of Champions tomorrow.
You too, my friend. Make sure everybody and you go over to Joe Cronin's show tomorrow night after Night of Champions. We'll be doing our live review, and then we'll be back here directly after that, and all will be copacetic. So thanks, AJ.
Thank you.
Great call as always. AJ Tucker, everybody. AJ fucking Tucker. Whatever Mate 33 says, the mystery partner is God. And once again, God is a no-show. I'm going to assume you meant no-show for his team. Yeah. Pittsburgh boy, how's it going? How's it going for you, Pittsburgh? Enclosure HD, Dave, sup? It's going to be Uso. And by the way, do you know to watch night? What the fuck does that mean? It's not going to be Uso. Uso just got hurt, and the other Usos no, doesn't make sense. And by the way, do you know to watch night? I don't know what that means. To watch night. the Night Watch, like Jon Snow? You want me to join the Night's Watch and take the oath and never have sex again? I'm already there. So it's called marriage to a frigid German lady. She's not home right now, so I can say whatever I want. And she doesn't watch the show. I can say whatever I want. She's at work. Make that money, trick. Ooh, I got gangsta. I don't know what the hell Enclosure HD meant by watch night. I have no idea. Jordan Turner, I hope to God Kane isn't the third guy. I'll lose my mind. Yeah, I don't want it to be Kane either, but it wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Jay Cardi, Edge returns to fight the Wyatts. Not with his stack of dime necks, he won't. Dark Judai says, Caitlyn Jenner is the mystery partner. What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that Caitlyn Jenner could be a wrestler because she's a man? She's a beautiful woman. She's a beautiful and courageous woman. What are you trying to say, bro? If you guys don't know what the hell I'm talking about, go watch. Go watch a new episode of South Park. It's the hardest I've laughed at an episode of South Park in years. It was so damn funny. PC Principal might be my new favorite character. Hysterical. What are you trying to say, bro? Whatever. Yeah, okay. Kanye West is the mystery partner. I'm going to let you finish your match. But that last match is the greatest match of all times. Fucking Kanye. Kumar Jenkins. Oh, fuck. Missed a bunch of the show. Fuck, only about a half hour. We're going to go 17 hours. That's right. It's my anniversary weekend, man. September 21st will be 1 year in the YouTube game. Whoop, whoop. That's right. 1 year in the YouTube game, September 21st. I'm going to do something. I don't know what. Maybe I take off my pants, do a show without pants. I basically do it anyway now, but I don't know. It's not going to be fucking Uso Enclosure. What the hell's the matter with you? All right. Jesus, I lost it. Damn it. Okay. I lost my spot. This is not good. Not good. Okay, Uso, welcome. He hates Bruce Willis. Dave, I came up with a team name for Dean and Roman. They are called Roman Asylum. No. I think this thing with the Ascension and Stardust together. Oh, he likes it. Will Fuller does. I do too, kind of. Sort of. Kind of. I think there's something there. Matt Ernie says, what if tomorrow during the Wyatt match the lights go out and Sister Abigail turns out to be Paige? I still have a problem, a hiccup with this whole Sister Abigail thing. He said she died. I know, once again, we're talking about WWE logic, but he said she died. So I have an issue with that. But it could be Paige. It won't be tomorrow because unless, I can't see it because she's too engrossed in this other situation with the Divas. So I can't see it happening tomorrow, but it could happen somewhere in the future. Paige would be a good candidate for that. But the problem is, I don't know, Paige is, I don't think she's the right character for that. She's too crazy. Because she's not the right type of crazy. You know what I mean? I don't see her being that character. Dark Jude, could it be Daniel Bryan? No, it can't be Daniel Bryan. It doesn't work on so many levels. Once, he's still not going to be cleared. And the WWE, if they were to clear him, they're not going to put him in there with someone green and huge like Braun Strowman. And once again, it's got to be someone who will neutralize Braun Strowman. They've made such a big deal about the fact that Braun Strowman is a damn monster. It's got to be somebody big or with credibility that can do it. Daniel Bryan, as badass as he is, there's no believability in him doing anything to Braun Strowman except maybe carrying his fucking bags. Possibly. And even that might be too much. It might hurt his neck. I don't know. Dark Jude, I said Dudley shouldn't win. The New Day is on fire. Highly agree. I hate how the WWE is banning moves because of their names. Jake Hardy. I don't know about that. Pittsburgh 96 says, Pittsburgh Report 96, hey Dave, what do you think about the 4 Horsewomen not being in WWE 2K16? I got the news last night. I'm trying to think. I thought I saw Sasha and stuff in the game. I thought Charlotte, Sasha, I thought I did. There's such a huge roster. But if they're not, they're not. I think it will happen at some point. It's not a big deal. They'll get released in there because of how popular some of that is getting. So we'll see. I don't think it means anything. It doesn't mean anything. Up, up, down, down is awesome, Matt Ernie says. Abso-fucking-lutely it is. Up, up, down, down, baby. Doesn't get better than that. Video game world, go check out Up, Up, Down, Down. It's awesome. The man that is Austin Creed, better known to you guys as Xavier Woods. Okay, let's see here. Marco Bazula, John Cena and Sting will win. Sting will not win, but John Cena should. I'm fairly certain John Cena is walking out as the champione. Champione. He's a champione. I do think it's going to happen, but I don't see the Stinger winning. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. By the way, if you want to get your opinions heard, you can do it not only in the chat, but you can call me on Skype. David Vancura, DavidVancura. Call me on Skype and you can get out whatever you need to get out. All of those wrestling resentments building inside of you, your booking ideas, your thoughts, your hopes, your dreams, your loves, your passions. You can talk about other things if you want. Point is, call in, get your voice heard right here with your boy, your favorite fat man in the world, Dead on Dave. You could also donate to the channel and get your little messages and stuff shown on screen by donating right into the description box below. Hit the donate button. Give your favorite fat man a tip. Say, you know what, fat man, I love what you do. You don't monetize your videos. You don't make me sit through commercials. So here you go. Here's some money. Here's a tip. If you tip your barista, you can tip the fat man fajista. I couldn't think of anything to help me there. I'm horrible at what I do. I'll go buy a thesaurus or something. I have no idea. Let's see here. Jay Cardi, I'm turning 14 next month. There you go. Congratulations for you. I guess that's the whole thing with AJ. There you go. The mystery partner is Rock, JKLOL. It's possible that The Rock could be involved now. I think it's a terrible idea, but people have rumored about it, speculated. I think it could happen. We'll see. Enclosure HD, fucking phone. You know how Watch streams Android. Matt Ernie, my computer is being a cunt. There you go. There you go. Mike Peters being a cunt. Rick Badboy, Gangsta Dave. That's right, Tricks. You don't want none of this. The mystery partner is Sister Abigail. Shane McMahon is the mystery partner. Jay Cardi. The mystery partner is Great Khali. Khaly. That's not how you spell it. Enclosure HD. Dark Jude, I don't get drunk again. I'm getting drunk on Tommy C's birthday. We're doing a birthday bash celebration online, very similar to what we did for his bachelor party. I'm going to get hammered there, but I won't be getting drunk until then because I don't do it very often because it really messes me up. Shane needs to return to save us from Vince. No, that doesn't. Sable is the mystery partner. The mystery partner is the gay Khali. The Rock, Jim Ross is the third partner. The mystery partner is Bruno Sammartino. Yes. Matt Ernie. Mystery partner is AJ Styles. Jay Cardi. Mystery partner is Eddie Guerrero. That's in poor taste. That's in poor taste. Have a little respect for Eddie Guerrero. Viva la raza. What the fuck? Well, me and her are heading out. Later, guys. Pittsburgh Boy 96 leaving the chat. Decided to tell everybody. Kumar Jenkins says, just a tip. That's right, just a tip. Just the way I give it to you guys, just a tip. You can give it back to me with just a tip. That's all you got to do right in the description box below. Thank you, Kumar Jenkins. Donate. Don't be a dick. Kobe Guffey. I just find this Kane might be at Night of Champions to attack Seth. That's possible. That is actually possible. If Kane is coming back, which for weeks he was reportedly supposed to be coming back, if he does, it makes more sense for him to get involved in that situation than it would anything else. But if he gets involved in that situation and costs Sting the title because of that, then I don't know. It's a tough one because they're on this path to the eventuality of Seth Rollins and Triple H. So I don't know if another minor storyline is the way to go. I'm not sure, but I do hear a lot about Kane being there at Night of Champions. He's been there the last 2 weeks of Raw, has not been used. We'll see what they decide to do. Josh Lyons says, mystery partner is George Zimmerman. Zimzam. There you go. Get the Zimzam in there. Kumar Jenkins, I wish the mystery partner would be Brock Lesnar. No, why? Brock going to the mid-card? I don't know. Ian Sloan says, Dave, you're European now. Rugby World Cup. I'm not fucking European. Look, just because I have been married to a European doesn't make me European. I have a half European daughter, but I'm American made, baby. I'm American made. Damn right. And don't you fucking forget it. Don't you. I'm American made. I don't watch rugby. I don't watch soccer. I don't watch fucking gay cricket. I don't watch any of that shit. Gay cricket would actually be fun. That just made me laugh. Just the visualizing of gay cricket. How just the coloration of everything. That would be just great. Just popped into my head. Gay cricket on the tallywhack. It sounds like a whole bunch of like Harry Potter language and shit. That's not that Harry Potter's gay. I like Harry Potter. But everything's gay. Fuck it, who cares? I'm not European, motherfucker. Ain't happening. Mystery Partners HP. Okay, now I'm tired of the mystery. You guys are boring me. You're boring me with your speculation on the mystery partner. Dobuscus Tabuscus says, why doesn't my father love me? Well, sometimes it's difficult to put your finger on exactly why a parent is disappointed in their child or simply has no love or admiration for the spawn that they've created. But sometimes it's as simple as this. You're just a fucking loser. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm sure your father loves you very much. I should be the mystery partner. WWE stuff says I should be the mystery partner. But I'm a fat cripple, though. I'm a fat cripple. I couldn't do it. It would hurt. Goldberg is... I'm tired of this stuff. Okay. America, fuck yeah. There we go. Hey, Dave, Randy Orton needs to go back to Orton 2009. I think it will be better, his character. Do you agree? I don't know, man. I don't know. My thing with it is Randy is happy being the Randy that he is now. He wants to work less dates. He wants to start spending more time with his new wife and stuff, or his fiance that he has. By the way, if you haven't watched Unfiltered with Renee Young this week, the interview she does with him is refreshing as fuck. The first thing to talk about is how everybody thinks Randy Orton's a dick. And it's hysterical. It's really good. But he says he has calmed down his dickish tendency, and all because the love of a good woman. So, there you go. Tabascus says, my father violates me. Well, go fucking tell a cop. If that's true, go tell a cop. That's not even funny. But yeah, I don't really think that there's a problem with what Randy's doing at the time. But he's over as fuck. Everybody is loving the shit out of him. He's not going to be a huge name again. He's going to be very similar to what Shawn Michaels was, not only in his work schedule, but I think in his character. He's a big, huge name, and he'll be used that way probably to the end of his career. If he had one more run, it wouldn't surprise me. But everybody is so tired of him being champion. They just tried to go closer to his 2009 character, and it didn't really work. He's just not that guy anymore. It just, I don't know. It does not work for me. Just for me. Dark Angel, I took it really dirty. Gay cricket. Took it dirty, huh? I like that. Matt Ernie, does your wife get pissed when you call football soccer? No, but she doesn't fucking care. Let me tell you something. Matt, old school Matt, I'm glad you fucking said that. I'm glad that you just asked that question. Because let me tell you. To everybody who gets pissed off about somebody going, it's not football. It's soccer. Ah, what the fuck? It's a flying spider bug. Holy shit. That's fucked up, dude. What the fuck? Oh my God. What the hell is that thing? It's a mosquito spider, I believe. And it's fucking frightening. Oh my God. That was terrifying. He's coming back. Oh, shit. Go away. Oh, my God. He's ruining my show. Everybody knows I'm a flaming pussy now. Does your wife get pissed when you call football soccer? No, she doesn't, because the only people who does are pretentious assholes who think, football isn't even used with the feet. They should call it handball. Fuck off. We'll call it football. You can call yours football. Who gives a flying frosted fuck what it's called? It's soccer. It's football. Play your boring game where you run back and forth and don't do anything, and leave me to my boring fucking game. They're all a bunch of boring pussified games anyway. Soccer's the most corrupt sport in the world. Football's the most fucking pussy-ass sport in the world. Who gives a shit? Tired of it. All right. Dave, the men from Germany. I'm not from Germany, goddammit. What happened to my underwear? I'm wearing it, Chris Shaw. I'm wearing it. I should be the Mr. Partner. Ian Sloan, do you remember Max Payne from WCW Biatch? I don't remember the show WCW Biatch. Was that like a late night show? I know you weren't calling me a biatch because I'll fucking choke you out. I will choke you out. AG Tucker says, I have a feeling Cesaro will be the mystery partner. If Cesaro wasn't getting punched in the face by Big Show and looking so weak at this point, I'm not even going to say he's not looking weak. He's not getting buried. He's in the middle of the program. He actually wrestled a really good match with the Big Show on Thursday. So, I don't know. No, I don't see him being the mystery partner. I don't know. Sting versus Goldberg, WrestleMania 32. Chris Shaw, you troll, you troll. He's back! Holy shit! He's back again. Did you see that fucking thing? I think he was on camera that time. Holy shit! That thing is terrifying. Dude, fuck off. Fuck off, mosquito spider. Fucker. Oh my God. That one's... it hurt my heart. I'm too fat to deal with these things. It scares me. Let's see here. I keep losing my spot because of this stupid thing. Should the legend killer face Sting? No. Kevin Owens ain't a cripple. No, I'm a cripple. Did you hear about Rock possibly having a baby? He just announced the fact that his baby mama is having a baby. Tabascus, my dad's a cop. Well, tell another cop. Rick Badboy, Orton should be a legend killer versus Sting. No, we don't. Legend killer again? No, we don't need. No. Don't need to see legend killer again. They like Randy selling merch the way he is right now. They don't need him to be an ultra heel. I don't know. Randy Orton is, to me, the most irrelevant wrestler on Raw right now. Adam Rose begs to differ. His matches are my pee break, Mackie Poo Radio says. I don't know. Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar. I'll kill myself. Let's talk about Kevin Owens and Cryback. We're getting there. I'm going to get back into the breakdown and predictions. I'm just trying to read people's questions and comments. Dark Judai. No, Matt, nobody's having video problems but you. Enclosure HD, off topic. Dave, what do you think about the refugees, Syria? It's a problem that's much bigger than I. Obviously, it's something that's going to come to a head at some point. There's a lot going into that. And me being here in Germany, we're seeing it more than most. And talking about taking 5 million refugees over the next 5 years, which Germany can't take 5% of the population. It's not going to happen, but we'll see. There's so much to talk about with that I can do a full show, and I don't want to bring down the vibe of this show talking about the refugee situation. But maybe I'll do a video on that and try to get you some actual good factual numbers, and we'll have a conversation. Frenchie Ben is joining us now. One of my favorite freaking Canadians in the history of Canada. Frenchie Ben, what's going on, buddy?
I'm going great. Nice to talk to you today.
It's good to talk to you any day.
I have 2 things for you today. I have my predictions, some predictions for tomorrow.
Hit me.
And maybe a little gift for you and AJ.
Oh, nice.
We'll see.
All right.
I don't know if you know what I want to give you. So my prediction.
You want to give me syphilis?
No, we're not that intimate.
Oh, okay. Well, we could be. But go ahead. Hit me with your predictions, Frenchie.
I'll think about that one.
Okie dokie.
Nice to talk to you today.
Michael, I'm going to cut you off right now. I'll bring you back in a minute. Go ahead, Frenchie.
Okay.
You're good, Frenchie. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. My prediction for tomorrow, I think that Seth Rollins will lose against John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there will be an intervention by Kane, as you said.
Yep.
And then he's going to be tired, so he's going to lose against Sting.
Yeah.
And then Sheamus is going to arrive with Money in the Bank.
You think he's going to successfully cash in?
Yes, I think so.
Ooh.
And maybe we could see a feud between Sheamus and Brock Lesnar.
Seth Rollins. Oh, Lesnar. Oh, God. No, no, I hope not. I hope not. Not Sheamus and Lesnar. No. They got. It looks like with Lesnar's dates, as much as he's worked this year, it seems like they're really going to save him up for special events like this Madison Square Garden show to really build him for the Undertaker Lesnar match at WrestleMania 32. I don't see them doing another feud with anybody else unless it's for the title, which I don't know if they're going to want to do that, especially because Seth Rollins would have a
rematch
contract
like
and all that stuff. I just don't see Sheamus cashing in yet. I don't know.
I would like to see that
really
just
heavy.
for a little while.
It would be interesting.
Just for a little while.
I'd like to see him lose. I love this whole thing of Seth Rollins beating the world, man. I'm really digging it. I like the fact that he's holding both belts. I would like to see him keep both belts personally. I'd like to see him weasel out of this whole Sting match. I'd like to see Sheamus come down and try to cash in and Seth beat him so Seth can continue to demand statues and gilded tallywhackers and all kinds of things in his honor. I'm loving it, man. I think that if a few tweaks and Seth Rollins could be one of the biggest stars in wrestling, period. I think he's got that type of talent. He's got the type of juice. There's just a few tweaks they need to do to his character.
But it could be a way to. It could be a way not to diminish anybody except Sheamus.
Yeah, potentially. But, I mean, it's still going to diminish Seth Rollins because he's a Weasel champion. Any type of situation of him losing the belt at this point kind of ends all of the juice that he's had going forward. And unless they're going to have a major change to Seth Rollins' character, which I don't think they're going to do until this Triple H feud, which I do think is the end game and their idea for WrestleMania. For me, it doesn't make a lot of sense to put him in a situation with Sheamus. Just because it
okay.
Yeah, it's just my opinion, though. But I like your idea.
Yeah.
I like your idea.
And it's mine. That's it. I'm not a real wrestling fan as you are.
I am no more a wrestling fan than you. You are no less a wrestling fan. This whole real fan bullshit is infuriating. I don't ever fucking worry about that. That's the beauty of being a fan of anything. There's no fucking measuring stick. Oh, because I have a belt on my wall that makes me a better wrestler. No, it's ridiculous. We're all here. You're watching my fat ass talk about wrestling. I don't watch other people's wrestling podcasts. You know why? Because I don't care. But you're watching me, man. People are watching, so you guys are just as passionate as I could ever be made to be out for. So don't ever do that shit, Frenchie. I will always take your opinions to heart. Because, for one, you're a smart fucking guy. And two, you love wrestling. You're passionate about it. So you're just as big of a fan, if not more so, than anybody else. Who's real fan bullshit? I want to hear that.
I'm always late in the game because I'm not. I haven't subscribed to the channel, the WWE channel. So I always watch the pay-per-views later. So
yeah, me too. Unfortunately, most of the time.
And let's go into my gift.
Yes.
I wish you never heard about that, but there's a channel on YouTube that it's called Chicago Film Archives Present Wrestling from Chicago.
No shit.
And it's old school wrestling in the 40s,
Nice.
50s, and 60s. So if you want to see, let's say, matches from Lou Thez and Gorgeous George and Vern Gagne, and then even Edouard Carpentier, which was some sort of a Neville of the time.
Yes, he was. You know, it's funny that you brought that up, man, about that time period and in that area of wrestling. people don't understand how big in the 30s, 40s, 50s that there was a big wrestling scene in the Midwest, in that Chicago area.
Huge.
It was humongous.
It was huge.
People talk about all the stuff that was going down in the Southern Territories because there was a lot of huge stars. But some of the best wrestling in the world was happening up in the Midwestern Territories, man. Because a lot of Canadian wrestlers were able to come down because it was the Minnesota area, it was the Chicago area, it was right across the goddamn river. So you had a lot of the really great Canadian wrestlers that were coming down and putting on these spectacular matches with people from the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, all the guys you mentioned before, Mad Dog Vachon, fucking George the Animal Steel, just a whole bunch of guys from that time period that were just doing work constantly. And, it doesn't get talked about enough. So I'm very interested in that channel. Awesome drop in there, Frenchie. That's great.
It's black and white.
Oh,
but you see the it was a different kind of wrestling. It was much more closer to amateur wrestling.
Yeah.
And the matches are long, half an hour or an hour long. Ric Flair began that way.
Yes, he did. Ric Flair, he's talked many times about the Iron Man match gimmick being nothing to him because basically virtually every house show that he was wrestling in the 70s and 80s, they were all hour-long matches. At least.
You can even see, I'm going to drop you some names, Angelo Poffo, the Great Yamato. You can see, man, it's incredible. Haystack Saloon.
Oh, wow.
What is there? I've seen some of the matches. You have to be really into it to check that. But some of them are really interesting.
Oh, I'm
Lutez
sure.
against Vern Gagne. And,
that's got my interest. I'd love to see those matches again. Thesz and Gagne, man, you're talking about two dudes who trained more people together than almost anybody else in the history of wrestling. You want to talk about someone who's responsible for some of the most important wrestlers of our generation. You're talking about Thesz and Gagne. Jeez.
Can I drop the link in the chat?
Please. Not only do I want you to drop the link in the chat, drop the link to me on Facebook as well. I'm going to put it in the description box because that's a fantastic link. Thank you, Frenchie. That's awesome, dude.
I just did, but I don't know. Probably it's YouTube, but they don't accept web links.
Yeah, probably not. That's okay. Send it to me, and I'll put it in the description box of this video. You guys hear me? If you want to see all that awesome stuff that Frenchie was just talking about, the link will be in the description box of this video. So go check that out, dude. Thank you, Frenchie. That's awesome.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know if you knew that site.
Oh, no, I didn't know that site, but I'm glad you told me because you just psyched me up, buddy.
Okay, so it's enough for me today. It was nice to talk to you again.
Oh, you were awesome, brother. Anytime you want to come on here, you let me know. You want to talk some old school Canadian wrestling and shit, I'll do some research and we'll have ourselves a conversation.
Okay, I could bring some of the Quebec old wrestling.
Absolutely, dude. Thank you, Frenchie.
That's great.
You're the man.
Okay, bye.
Take it easy, buddy. Frenchie Ben, everybody. Man, I fucking love me some Frenchie Ben. Michael Mendoza, you tried to call, and you can go ahead and call back in now if you like. You all have to excuse me for a second because I got to get an update on a score here. Chicago Cubs up 4-1 over the St. Louis Cardinals. Go Cubs, fucking go. Oh, love it. I love my Cubbies. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Since we just talked about a whole bunch of stuff there, I want to know what people are talking about in my chat. Pipe bomb. Rugby man's sport without the padding and helmets. Meh. Matt Ernie is having seizures because he's saying there's something wrong with my video and it keeps buffering on him. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe I'm too much awesomeness for your computer screen. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. Let's see here. All right, I'm not going back to the chat anymore. Let's get back into more awesomeness. Hold on. I'm just going to call you Michael. Marco Mendoza, you're live with Dead on Dave.
Yeah, what's up, Dave?
What's up, man?
Yeah, man. No, I just want to comment on Night of Champions and want to get your opinion on something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, yeah, I mean, I'm excited for Night of Champions and stuff because I'm a wrestling fan and I'm interested in wrestling. But
Sure.
at the same time, I want to know your opinion. Does it bother you that we kind of know almost kind of about 80% of all the matches of what's going to happen and who's going to win? I mean, we don't know how the match is going to turn out, but we kind of already know the result of the match, and I think I think that's one of the biggest problems WWE has right now is that there's no surprises a lot of times
Well,
anymore.
I don't know. I don't know if that's absolutely 100% true anymore. Especially as of late, I think that there's been more surprises. They've been keeping us guessing. As far as this pay-per-view goes, I think a lot of it's speculation. I would not be surprised if there's a lot of curveballs going on, up to and including Seth Rollins losing the title. Do I think that's going to happen? Probably not, but it certainly could. The WWE Tag Team Championship, that's a match I feel can go either way. I do think the New Day will win because of everything that's going on with them right now and how hot they are, but it wouldn't shock me if the Dudleys won because they're the fucking Dudley boys. Ryback and Kevin Owens could go either fucking way. In fact, I'm actually leaning towards Ryback winning this match because it's their first confrontation, even though I think the better move would be for Kevin Owens to win, but I don't think he necessarily has to. The Divas title, the way that's been booked, could go absolutely either way. Usually when there's a stipulation like this where she can lose it in any way, she's usually going to go over clean. That's usually how things happen with these type of stipulations. It's very rare that when you have the world back against you that you actually lose the title. But it does seem like all but a certainty that Charlotte should win at this point. So I think there's a lot of uncertainty. Really, the only thing that I'm 100% sure on is John Cena's walking away with the United States Championship. That's the only thing I'm 100% sure on.
Yeah, I just kind of feel like I feel like I know that Charlotte's probably going to win. I know that Ryback is probably going to win as well. Yeah. Cena's probably going to walk away with the title. Sting is definitely not going to. I don't think the Sting is going to walk away with the title.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't think that's going to happen. So it just kind of just feel, and yeah, I don't think the New Day is going to lose because they're crazy hot right now, so I don't see them dropping the titles. I mean, they could. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I mean, I don't think it's going to happen.
If it wasn't to the Dudley boys, I'd be all up on that. I'd be like, yeah, there's no way they're losing. But because it's the Dudleys, there's that X factor that you can't really account for. The Seth Rollins thing, it's not really about the Sting match as it is more to do with Sheamus. I think Sheamus is the interesting X factor, and that's why they've hit it so heavily on SmackDown. I think it's going to be very interesting to see what they choose to do there, whether or not Sheamus gets involved, which I don't necessarily think he is. And if he does he successfully cash in? So there's a bunch of things that you can go from there. I think the more interesting thing to talk about as far as knowing stuff is how much do you read online? I mean, that's the biggest question.
I don't read that much shit online. I just kind of see where they're going.
Okay.
No, yeah, I just kind of see, where they're going with things and how they, have they been, booking things, and I don't see, certain, like, obviously, even when they announced Sting and Seth Rollins, as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's not going to go anywhere. No. I mean, that's just there for Sting to make Seth Rollins look good, basically. Yeah. And that's fine. That's totally fine.
Sting did an interview this week. By his own admission, that is his whole purpose in WWE. Is to put over young talent. That's what he wants to do. Yeah. It's what he should do. So I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with some predictability, especially for a non-major event. Wrestling, that's kind of the beauty of the whole industry of wrestling is they draw you in. You get sucked in because you can guess a lot of the times. Is it better when it's unpredictable? Sure, but if you've been watching for 10, 15, 20, 25 years, like I have and a lot of other people, it does get to the point where you've seen everything that you could possibly see done in a wrestling ring. So you just kind of have to suspend your disbelief. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go along with the ride. And I'm all about going along with the ride because, like I said, I've been watching wrestling since I was a kid, you know. So
as long as it's entertaining. As long as I'm having a good time and the matches are good and there's good storytelling in and out of the ring, I don't give a fuck if it's predictable.
Yeah, me too. But I just sometimes I kind of wish I miss, those certain moments that, like, like even from back in the Attitude Era when Mick Foley wins the championship, or when Chris Jericho won the championship on Raw and they took it back from him from Triple H. Like certain big moments. Like I feel like we never have those big moments like that anymore, where it kind of gives us a shock, where we're just like, holy crap, did that just happen? And I kind of just miss those crazy, shocking moments. I mean, that's the only thing.
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
I think that's a very fair statement.
But yeah, so I mean, I'm excited no matter what, but I just kind of just wanted to get your view on that, because I was just, I just wanted to see how you felt about that topic. But,
yeah, I appreciate that, man. That's awesome. Awesome topic. We got a real conversation. That's awesome. Thank you.
Well, another actual quick thing. I know you're a big fan of Seth Rollins, and I'm a fan of Seth Rollins, but who do you think, or who do you actually prefer? Who do you think is actually going to take that title away from him in the long run? If you could pick somebody that you may like, or who do you think the company's going to go with?
If I was booking this and I would keep Seth the champ for a while, and it'd be one of two people. One, I would go over the next few months and I would really try to rebook Dean Ambrose in a way that kind of gets him relevant and get him a little more on the heelish side. I'd like to see a double turn, to be completely honest, with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, and Dean ultimately taking the title off Seth Rollins. That would be cool. The other one for me is kind of obvious, and it's Kevin Owens. I think Kevin Owens needs to be a world champion sooner rather than later. The guy is just too good. And the things I could see him doing with that title, bringing viability, credibility, just a swagger. God, I hate that fucking word.
I was just about to say.
I just feel douchier by saying it. I just feel like a bigger douche just by saying it.
It's just overused, man. I'm from New York, so I've heard that shit for so long.
You hear it all the time. You hear it all the time. That's right. But, those would be my guys. What I think will end up happening, and this might make some people throw up in their mouth a little bit, I just have a feling Triple H is going to take the title off of him.
Oh, God.
Now, and even worse, I kind of like the idea.
What the hell? Oh, man. I don't know, man.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I'm not getting on that boat with you, Dave. Sorry. You float your ass down the road and that fucking boat by yourself. I will float down that road. I don't know if it'll happen, but it'll be fun. They're definitely going to fight at some point. Whether it'll be for the title, that remains to be seen.
Yeah, like I said, I'm 100% with you on the Ambrose thing. I think he was at the time when they did those two programs together. I think it was Elimination Chamber, Money in the Bank. That was actually really, really interesting for me, and I really liked the matches they put out. And I think that's the only time Seth ever won clean. Right? It was against Ambrose in Money in the Bank. So, yeah, man. Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one. And Kevin Owens too. Yeah, I definitely do think that he needs to be pushed a little bit more as quick as possible, because I don't know.
No,
but I do, like I said.
You got anything else for me, man?
Those good shots.
You got anything else?
No, man, I'm good. I just wanted to ask those two questions and two topics.
Ask or axed? Because don't ax me. Don't ax me. Don't stab me with a fucking big wood cutting device. That's not good. But you can ask anything you like. And you complained about swag? Oh my God, you complained about swag, Mendoza? What the hell's the matter with you?
Oh, man.
Just messing with me, man. Hey, thanks a lot for the call, brother. I appreciate the support.
All right, man. You take it easy, man.
Take it easy, Mr. Mendoza. Take it easy. Michael Mendoza, everybody. He's axing all you motherfuckers a question. He's going to ax you. He's going to ax you so good. Choppy. Yo, PP. All right, let's get back into all of the awesomeness that I need to still talk about, because Lord knows I haven't gotten through that much on the predictions. Let's see. What have we predicted? Let's look. Oh, wait. Jordan Turner. Hey, Dave. Do you think there will be a boom period in wrestling within the next 5 years? I really love WWE so much, but it's pretty difficult watching it, but I love it so much. What do you think? I think that I think wrestling is going towards an upswing. At least I thought that, but the talent kind of dictates when the talent and viewers the tone of the audience, the tone of the population kind of dictates when these booms happen. Right now we have this so stick up their ass society, this apologetic society, this PC bullshit society where nobody can take a joke. Nobody can look at just an entertainment, whether it be book, video, music, and just enjoy it for what it is. There always has to be political ramifications in every single thing that we are inundated to. So no, it's hard to think that there's going to be an actual wrestling industry, because when we have the society that we do right now, it's hindering to the creative process. Even a douchebag like me on YouTube, Joe Cronin, Jesse, Tommy, all of us, we kind of are hindered, some more than others, of course, by what we are able to say, because you don't know how it's going to affect you in the long term. Now, when we're living in a society now where things are getting drug up from people's past, from when they weren't even famous, that are costing them jobs now. And it's not just happening in the wrestling industry, but the fact that it is happening in the wrestling industry makes it hard to think that there's going to be a boom period of the magnitude of the Attitude Era, simply because the society that we have right now, this weak, pussy-ass society that is so scared, nobody's fucking anymore. And that's a problem, too. The wrestling, everybody was fucking in the 90s. Everybody was fucking in the 90s. Fucking during Raw. Fucking during Nitro. People getting blowed while watching some of this stuff. You know what I mean? And it's just like, now nobody's fucking. Everyone's scared of their dicks, their pussies. Everyone's scared of it. Everyone's scared of sexuality. So we're making sexuality a non-threatening thing by not having genders anymore. You know what I mean? It's just this whole fucking situation where it's really disheartening to see where we're going. But that could change. And if it does, a boom period could be predicated on that new population that is just kind of tired of the bullshit. And when that happens, I think the talent is now in place to take us to that height again. Something, a young talent too, that we haven't seen in a long time. So there you go. There you go. That's my opinion on the whole boom. Talent-wise, I think that there is a resurgence, but the population, man, isn't there. They don't want to see it. All right, so let's look at where we got. We did the Roman Reigns thing. We already talked about the first three matches, the Cosmic Wasteland versus Lucha Dragons. I went with Cosmic Wasteland. Dolph Ziggler and Rusev, I went with Dog Ziggler, because I think Summer Rae will get involved. Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and their mystery partner, who I think will ultimately be Samoa Joe, hopefully, will lose to the Wyatt family, in my opinion. And let's keep going. WWE Divas title. If Nikki Bella loses or counted out, she loses the title. I'm starting to think that Nikki's going to retain. They're playing the frustration angle with Paige pretty heavy. And because of that, I think there's a possibility that Paige could turn on Charlotte. I'm not 100% sure on this match. This one, it really is as close to a 50-50 as you can get. In fact, I'd like to see what the betting odds are. I haven't checked the betting odds on this. Usually they're fairly accurate. If you want to get spoilers, those betting odds usually are 100% on. They're wrong every now and then, but they're fairly accurate. My heart is saying Charlotte, because I want Charlotte to win. I think that they put so much into her. We got the fake tease on Monday with her winning it for a second and then having to give it back, of course. So my heart is there with Charlotte, but my head is screaming Nikki. Just because of the way the WWE is. And I just don't know how much control John Cena has. If Cena is having as much control in the WWE and protecting Nikki as successfully as people have said he is, then there's no reason for her to lose the belt here. If she has that type of backing. I think that's sad. It's a travesty if that's the case, but I think it's a very good possibility. So this one's hard. I really don't know where to go. It's a coin flip, kids. But I'm not going to push because that's what bitches do. I'm going to go ahead and pick... I'm going to pick Nikki. I'm going to pick Nikki Bella. Oh, God, I hate myself a little bit for saying it. I'm hoping Charlotte. I will not be disappointed if I'm wrong on this one because I think Charlotte should win. But I just got me a feeling that Cena really is running the. He is the man who runs the face that runs the place, as he likes to call himself. So, Intercontinental Championship match, which I think is probably going to be the match of the night. I know, Ryback in a match of the night? Impossible, you say. Very possible, I say. I think Ryback is capable with a guy like Kevin Owens. We saw Ryback wrestle 2 very good matches with Seth Rollins. I think he's very capable of doing it with a guy who's a little bit bigger and can wrestle such a variety of styles like Kevin Owens. This is another one. This is their first matchup together for the title. They really haven't had a lot of physicality. Usually in these cases, it's the champion's advantage. They're going to continue to walk out, especially when the champion is a face. Kevin Owens is an X factor. Just the fact that he's in this match and he is who he is an X factor. I think they desperately want to get a belt back on Owens. And you throw in the fact that Ryback's Intercontinental Championship run has been so woefully anemic and unimpressive and unimportant in the long run. All signs for me point to Kevin Owens winning. So I'm going with Kevin Owens. I think it's best for business that he wins the title and have Ryback kind of chase for a little while before moving on. Ryback, sorry, my buddy, I do love you, but Kevin Owens walks out as champion. WWE Tag Team Championship, New Day versus the Dudley Boys versus New Day. Should be awesome. Once again, I'm looking forward to a great match from these guys. I think they're going to steal the show. I also feel that they're going to have the opening match of the night. I have a feeling that they will be the first match. Ziggler-Rusev also could be the first match, but I think that we're going to see the tag team match up first or towards the middle. I'm not exactly sure yet. I also think one of the Seth Rollins matches will be early in the night too, but I don't know which one. That's the thing. I don't know what's main eventing. But New Day should win this match. They're hot. They're the heels. The Dudleys don't need to win to be over. I don't think there's a lot of value in having them as champions because you don't want New Day to continue to be a losing champion. But in the same breath, that gives them an opportunity to win the titles back again. And if they were to win the title back again, we get to see these amazing celebrations like Kofi Kingston having a seizure in the middle of the ring. It doesn't get much better than that. I mean, come on, people. That's hysterical. It's hilarious. How great is Kofi having seizures and victories? But I'm going to go with the New Day. I'm going to go because it's their first title defense against the Dudleys. And that feud is not going anywhere anytime soon. It's going to continue to go on and culminating probably in a tables match if I had to guess. So New Day should retain. We got 2 more matches left and I'm going to get to them in just a second. But first, I want to go ahead and make sure you guys are supporting everything going on within the community. If you like what I do here on Dead on Dave Productions, I'm on other channels and everybody else in my community, in our community, really works hard, busts their ass, does a lot of great stuff. Joe Cronin at the Joe Cronin Show, I do all kinds of stuff with. You see me on there every Raw and pay-per-view. You see me there doing reviews. Then we come back here, do reviews. So make sure you check everything out that's going on with Joe Cronin. Also, Tommy C over at Shot from the Point. If you like hockey like I do, Black Hawks. Whoop, whoop. If you do like hockey and you like hockey talk, but without the bullshit, go check out Shot from the Point. Shot from the Point live every Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then very soon we'll be coming back In the Crease with Tommy C, the show I'm on with him every day, a weekday, like Monday through Thursday. I'm there with Tommy C, and we get into hockey. It's a live show, call-in show. We have a lot of fun. So make sure you check that out as well. Jeff the Huff Huffman, check out his channel. His Voyage to Big Boy College. Make sure you check that out. He's my partner here on Touch 'Em All. Make sure you're checking out tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here, NFL pregame kickoff show. Make sure you check that out, man. Very excited about it. Jim Peterson, my co-host there. A lot of fun. Make sure you're joining us there. Also, hit that like button, man. You're sitting in the chat. You need something to do. Hit that like button. Kiss that like button. You know what I'm saying? Do that thing. Go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. let's see where we are in subscribers. I want to get to 1,400, man. I want to be at 1,400 for the 1 year anniversary, which is September 21st. We're still at 1,390. 1,391. We're 9 away from 1,400 subs, which would be great to be able to have that feather in my cap. My feather, that feather in my hat, that I hit 1,400 subs in my first year on YouTube. That would be awesome. So I hope you guys subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want to donate and get your moment of glory by having the $1 million laugh accompany your little message as you give the fat man a tip, you can do so in the description box below. Donate to the channel. Say, hey, fat man, I love what you do. Here's a tip. There you go. I feel better now. I feel better that I got all that out of me. You have it building up as you're doing this show. It's building up inside of you, and you got to let it out. So that's what I did. We're getting a check on 5-1 Cubs over Cardinals. 5-1, middle of the 7th inning. Oh, my God. I love it. I'm loving what the Cubs are doing. Go, Cubs, go. I got to get my jolly somewhere because the Bears are going to get fucked up again tomorrow. Nicht so gut, people. Nicht so gut. Let's get back to it. Frenchie Ben, in 1 year, you'll be at 3,000 subs. Whoop, whoop. No, 1 year, I'm at 1,400 subs, Ben. The hell? Are you not paying attention? We got a donation, man. We got our first donation of the night. Thank you very much. I missed it completely, but here we go. It's Bear donated $5. Bear, my man. Hey, Dave, just got home. How was your show day going? I think we've had a great show. We've had some great callers. We've had some great content. And now we've been capped off by an amazing donation by you, Bear. I appreciate that. But if you guys don't want Bear to be the donator of the night, you can outdo him. But I wouldn't recommend trying it because Bear's got deep pockets because he doesn't play World of Warcraft anymore. See, you save your money, kids, and then you can donate to terrible YouTubers. Thank you, Bear. No, it's been a really good show, man. We've been doing a lot of good stuff today. We've been talking about Night of Champions next year, you mean. In 1 year. Gotcha, Frenchie Ben. Hopefully, I'll have a 1,600 sub jump in a year. And I hope you're right, Frenchie Ben. I think I can get there with your guys' support. You guys have been awesome, man, especially the new subscribers. Old subscribers, I love you guys to death, but these new people, it's cool because I'm continuing to grow, and that I like the fact that I'm continuing. I never thought I would get to 1,400 subs ever, let alone in my first year. So it's pretty cool, man. I'm pretty jazzed I'm humbled by the whole damn thing. To think that anybody, let alone like here, we've had 26 people in at one point. We had 47 people in watching live on SmackDown. The Raw shows get almost 100 people live. It's humbling to me that anybody wants to hear my stupid ass talk like this, but I can't tell you how much it means. I can't tell you how much the support really does keep me going. So thank you guys, man. You're awesome, and I love you all. I like you. I kind of like you. AJ Tucker. Speaking of kind of like, AJ Tucker, you're back live with Dead on Dave. What you got? Oh, wait. We got a donation. Bear donated $1. That's right. Dave is the best terrible YouTuber there is. Fucking A right I am. I'll take that. I want that on a plaque. I'm making that a fucking t-shirt. Dead on Dave, best worst YouTuber there is. That's right I am. Look at me with my fucked up hair. That's right. My bangs are all jacked up. You think I care? No, I'm wearing a Pokemon shirt. See this Pokeball? Yeah. You don't know nothing about Pokeballs? Well, I'm assuming AJ does because he's 5. AJ, what you got, man? Sorry, I got all hyped there. I got to calm down.
That's okay.
I got to breathe. Oh, there we go. Okay, what you got, AJ?
Well, I saw a comment in the chat about up, down, down,
yes,
and
sir.
it had me thinking.
Yes, sir.
Do you think up, down, down should be on the WWE network?
No, not only no, but fuck no. I love the fact that they are their own entity on YouTube. If they were on the network, that means they would be 100% controlled by the network. That means new directors would have to come in, new producers, new everything. And I don't want that. I like up, down, down because it blurs the lines. I love the fact that they are WWE sponsored, yet they still do their own thing. I like that Austin Creed, Mr. Xavier Woods, is dressed by a geek apparel company. I love all of this. I love that he's getting his own sponsorships. And most importantly, if he leaves WWE at some point, Up, Up, Down, Down can remain. So
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I do not want to see that on the network because I can see it. For one, YouTube's free. YouTube's free, and I don't have to worry about streaming or any bullshit. I can just watch it on YouTube. So yeah, I love it on YouTube.
Yeah, that's a good point. Also, I've heard a lot of rumors about Jeff Hardy coming to WWE. I don't know why, but I have.
There's a lot of rumors about Jeff Hardy coming back.
What do you think about that? 'Cause I really don't know how to feel about this. I mean, he's still with TNA, right?
In fact, he's recently made his return from that horrific leg break that he had, and he looks like he's in really good shape too. By the way, I'm kind of torn on this. First, I don't think he's leaving TNA without Matt. I don't see. They may not be the Hardy Boys together. But I don't see him leaving his brother in TNA, or if TNA goes under, whatever. I don't know, man. I just really do think that they'll stay together if they go to WWE, and that might be a little bit of a hindrance because I don't think WWE wants Matt. They'll probably want Jeff because they see him being marketable. And if they do want Matt, it's going to obviously only be in a it's going to be in a tag team situation. They're going to want them as the Hardys.
The Dudleys?
Yeah, they're going to want them in as the Hardys, taking on the Dudleys, reliving some past glory, something like that, feuding with the New Day. People lost their minds over that Edge and Christian Dudley Boy reunion. People
that was great.
Lost their shit. And then Matt Hardy made a comment on Twitter about it, which was kind of cool. I don't know. Jeff is he's like 38 now, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's done as a viable competitor. I don't know if he's world champion material in WWE like he once was. It'll be interesting. It seems like the WWE is doing a lot of good things with veterans, though. So that gives me hope. I mean, you look at Samoa Joe, you look at Rhino. Look what Rhino's doing down at NXT. Nobody's talking about how good Rhino is being down at NXT. He's doing great things down there, man, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just watching NXT. Him and Corbin.
I love this tag team. This tag team is awesome, isn't it? I love that tag team.
Yeah, I like that.
It's a really good tag team. It's believable too.
Mhm. But it's like that's what you were saying, like how Jeff wouldn't leave TNA without Matt. That's kind of if even TNA is going to continue. Because
they're going to continue. TNA's not going under. Papa Carter is going to continue to funnel money into Dixie's bank account. There's no question that TNA will continue. It's just in what capacity and where they go from here. I think it's very significant that the news has broke out that the whole thing about everyone was talking about Jeff Jarrett coming back to TNA and how this was like a closing point for TNA and all that stuff. Here's what is coming out now that I think is very interesting. This deal with Jarrett and TNA has turned out to be much more than met the eye. And it could be something that is really going to allow TNA to get out to really do whatever the hell it wants at this point. Jeff Jarrett came back, and the deal was he was going to get all kinds of exposure for Global Force Wrestling. They do the invasion angle and all that great stuff. But what people didn't know is for all that to happen, Jeff Jarrett actually signed over his remaining stock share, his shareholdings in TNA. He's no longer a minority decision maker in TNA anymore. When TNA made any financial decision over the past 3 years or whatever it's been since Jarrett left, they've had to run it by Jeff Jarrett, and I'm sure, which was a very awkward discussion every time it had to happen. Now, they don't have to do that anymore. That means they can go to whatever network they want. They don't have to run anything by Jeff. If they want to start getting rid of people, shutting down operations, going more to a Global Force Wrestling format, like where they're just touring, they can do whatever they want now without Jeff Jarrett's interference. And I think that's a very important thing that's happened.
I can't watch TNA anymore. I
Neither can
think like the last time I actually enjoyed TNA, I think it was like probably last year when EY was champ.
Yeah.
But
I didn't even like that. I didn't even like that. I couldn't even stand that.
Yeah, but even then it was like I didn't really watch it as much like as I used to when it was getting popular. But I can't watch it anymore. It's not entertaining.
Yeah, I'm
The
with you.
storylines are
And like
stupid.
even some of the wrestling is fairly good now and then. They got a lot of really good performers, but
Yeah.
it feels like, and this might sound, it feels like it's watching an episode of Superstars or Main Event, because a lot of them are the lower card guys that couldn't get over in WWE that are now wrestling in the mid and higher tiers within TNA, and I don't know. It's just there's a reason. In most cases, not all cases, but in most cases, there's a reason why these guys are released. There's a reason why they're not getting higher up on the card, and it's not because WWE is inept. It has. If that was the case, Christian would have been the difference maker for TNA. So would have Jeff Hardy. So would have Mr. Kennedy, Kurt Angle, all these guys. MVP, all these guys, one
Bobby
after
Lashley.
another. Bobby, exactly. I mean, there you go.
Heck, even Derek Bateman, they're EC3.
Yes. All of these guys, they're released for a reason, and for many different reasons. Some of them, their problems with other wrestlers, that with Mr. Kennedy, drug issues, and worrying about responsibility with Jeff Hardy, Kurt Angle, complete physical stuff, which I think WWE made the absolute right move in protecting him, or at least protecting themselves. Just like I think they're making the right move with Daniel Bryan, because if they don't think someone can compete at a physical level, then why risk their health? So it's just, we may not always like it as wrestling fans when we don't see a Justin Gabriel do his little 450 splash on WWE television. Why isn't he getting pushed? Well, it's because they're not getting over in main audiences, even when they're being featured on TNA. There are reasons for these things happening, and it's not all because WWE's evil, WWE's stupid. It's not all because of it. Is it in some cases? Sure. Multiple things can be true. So, I don't know. We've had some good wrestling talks tonight. Oh.
Yes, we have.
Damn. It's been great.
When this is over, though, I'll have to make sure to watch the first 20 minutes of it.
Yes, make sure you do. And then I want a written report on what you learned, and there'll be a test after.
Yes, I will make sure of that.
You got anything else for me, Mr. Tucker?
No. No, I don't. But that was a good TNA talk.
Wasn't it? I thought it was, yeah.
Yeah,
Thought it was.
I
Felt
like it.
good.
Yeah.
Felt good.
Just ranting on TNA.
Yeah, not even ranting, just kind of talking, rationally. It's amazing that people can have conversations without screaming. Isn't it awesome? Mm-hmm. Holy shit. Hey, I appreciate AJ, man. Thanks a lot. And don't tell your parents that I cussed in front of you.
No, it's okay.
Take it easy, buddy.
You too.
The amazing, the incomparable AJ Tucker, everybody. AJ Tucker. All right, let's go ahead and hit up those last two topics that we have. We have two more matches at Night of Champions. Let's recap real quick. Cosmic Wasteland, I believe, will beat Lucha Dragons and Neville. Dolph Ziggler will beat Rusev with the help of Summer Rae. Inadvertently or advertently, I don't know. We'll see. Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and their mystery partner, which I do feel will end up being Samoa Joe, maybe even Batista. Now I'm starting to think WWE's stupid enough to do it. Versus the Wyatt family. I believe the Wyatt family will come out victorious. Nikki Bella, I think, will retain her Divas title against Charlotte. Ryback will lose the Intercontinental Championship to Kevin Owens. New Day will retain their championship against the Dudley Boys. All right, so let's get to the next one, which is the United States Championship, which I think actually has a chance to open the show. Opening and closing with Seth Rollins makes a lot of sense. I do think they could also go with the tag team match. I also think that they can go with many different matches. They can go with the mystery match, the six-man tag. The matchups are actually really good for this pay-per-view. The card is actually fairly solid when you look at it, so I'm excited about that. Seth Rollins and John Cena, it's my one lock. I don't really see a way that Cena doesn't walk out with the belt. I think well, that's not true. Over the course of this show, I've kind of talked myself into the mindset that Seth Rollins is kind of a badass with both belts. I just don't think they want to keep that going for the obvious reason that people are like comparing it to what's his name down in Ring of Honor, fucking oh God, Jay Lethal. A lot of comparisons to that because he's also the double champion down there too. So very, very possible that they take the belt, not because they care about what people say in that regard, but just because I think John Cena does more for the United States Championship than Seth Rollins does. Because Cena should go back to doing his U.S. Open Challenge and all that stuff because it worked. It was really cool, and people were excited to see where that went. So Seth Rollins, I do think, will drop the belt to Cena, but I could see him winning in some kind of perverse fashion because of the fact that why not continue to make Seth Rollins this uber strong fucking asshole that everybody loves to hate? It's been working. I think it's worked better at points. So why not kind of keep it going? There is that possibility. But ultimately, I think it will go to the man who runs the place, and that is John Cena. Finally, World Heavyweight Championship, and probably the most interesting thing of the night because there's more talking points here than there is anywhere else. The obvious answer here is Sting not winning the belt. I think that is definitely the case. Not happening, man. Max Eason, yes, you can call in. Skype, David Vancura. Not Dave Vancura, Frenchie Ben. David, DavidVancura. Just so you know. Max Eason, yes, you can call in. Oh, shit. Fuck. I forgot where I was going. Oh, yes. Sting is almost certainly not going to win this match. Sting just needs to get through the match while looking halfway decent, which physically he looks really good right now. So I'm looking forward to a good match between those guys. I think it could be a very entertaining fight, a lot of fun. But the bigger talking point is, of course, who's going to get involved? How many different people are going to get involved? Is Triple H going to find a way into the match? Are they going to continue to try and push this between those two, Seth Rollins and Triple H? Will Triple H take more vengeance on Sting? If he does, will someone come out on the behalf of Sting? Is that a possibility? But the most important thing is after Sting loses, does Sheamus cash in? That's the biggest question, and I think that's what's going to be. People are going to be waiting for. I think they teased it so heavily that it makes me think no, it's not going to happen. But he could cash in and lose, which I would kind of like to see. But I think they should save this. I think save it for a bigger show, save it for a bigger event, which they're kind of prone to doing anyway. I do think that you can have a good, successful feud between Sheamus and Rollins without having the cash-in. So I think there's a bunch of ways that you can look at it there, but it should be entertaining either way. So as for a prediction, Seth Rollins wins, Sheamus comes to cash in, but for whatever reason, something happens and Sheamus is unable to do so. We'll see. Max Eason, my number is my name, just on Skype. Add me to contacts, David Vancura, DavidVancura. Add me to contacts and just call in. Super simple on Skype. I don't have a number because Skype is free. Skype to Skype is free. Yeah. So there it is. There's your Night of Champions predictions, kids. We got it all. Feel good. I feel good about that. I feel good that we got it all out there. We got it all in. So now I want to hear from you. Go ahead and let me know what you guys think is going to happen. And put your full predictions in the comment section. Or even better, tweet my Twitter. Tweet me at Twitter, at DeadOnDaveV, with your predictions. Just give me the winners. And whoever has the most correct answers, if you decide to do it, I'll give you my admiration. I don't know. I'll let you come on the show and give you 3 minutes of talking time. I don't know. There you go. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show so far. We're about to wrap it up, I think. We have done everything that I could think of to do. So I'll take more questions if you guys have them. But if I don't get more questions in the chat or more callers on Skype, I'm going to wrap this thing up because I'm running out of things to talk about. So I could whistle. Yay. I could do things like that, but I don't know. No, actually, I'm not good at whistling. Top 8, Chicago Cubs up 5-1 over the St. Louis Cardinals. So that's another reason why I want to get up out of here so I can finish watching that game. So I'm not above it. I'm not above it. It's awesome. Oh, man, Chris Bryant, his 25th home run of the season, tying a Cubs rookie record, man. That's what I'm talking about. Chris fucking Bryant. Yeah, love it. Oh, we do have a caller. Let's take it. Oh, it's Steven. Steven is calling us now. Steven, you are live with Dead on Dave.
I just got in on your show near the end, and I wanted to call in. You probably talked about the third man probably a lot already, but
yeah, we have.
Okay, but this is what I was wondering. Maybe what I'm about to say may have not been brought up, but if it's Kane, and if they're saving this like third member, I mean, obviously there's reasoning for saving this third member, Dave, is of course they don't want the Wyatts to attack them, but it's something special. But I'm thinking, if it's Kane, do you think it's a new-looking masked Kane, or do you think it's the same masked Kane? I don't think it's going to be unmasked Kane, because that would be like, why? But
yeah, I don't see it being unmasked Kane. Last time they brought him back with the mask, they did add that extra accessory. So yeah, I think they could even take it a step farther. Yeah, I think it is a possibility of something like the Vader headgear. Remember the fucking Vader headgear from like Starcade and shit? He had this ridiculous goddamn. Oh, that was incredible. I'd love for something like that. I don't know. I definitely think that it's a possibility if it is going to be Kane. I personally don't think it's going to be. There's a lot of rumors now that his involvement in the pay-per-view is going to be more directed towards Seth Rollins, which makes a lot of sense. At least more sense than it does with him getting involved in the Shield situation.
Well, it's got to be someone as big as Strowman. It can't be some guy smaller than Strowman.
Oh, I agree. Right? I agree with that. That's why the stupid Batista rumors have started. That's why, and because he posted a picture of him with a new haircut going, I brought the old school animal look back. So everyone's like, he's coming back. He's coming back. He cut his hair. He's coming back.
But Dave, my favorite, I know it won't happen, but my favorite look that Kane ever did was the opposite to his original, with more black than red.
Oh yeah.
When he came back in 2000, that was my favorite.
That was a good look. I agree.
Yeah, he looked beastly when he was like that. Like, if it won't happen, but if he came back like that, oh my god,
it would be.
I would mark out like a little bitch. I would mark out like a. I'm sorry.
I still think it's going to be Samoa Joe. I don't necessarily think it has to be someone as big as Strowman. I think it helps, but I think it just has to be someone with credibility that can knock him on his ass, and Samoa Joe can certainly do that. Don't be surprised if it's Jericho. I'm hearing a lot of rumors on that.
I'm hoping it's not. That's one thing.
Hope it's not who?
The Rock.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think that's
because it's a one-time thing. If he shows up, he's only going to do a one-time thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Batista.
No way.
Yeah,
it
would be a good pop, but do you really want to waste that pop on Night of Champions? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah. So I don't know. But then again, they could always go, what better than to partner on Night of Champions than one of the greatest champions, The Rock? I don't know.
Yeah, and then he just leaves.
You know what? Vader. Let's have Vader. Yes.
Is he still?
He's still alive.
I know he's alive, but is he? I don't know. Is he still doing like?
I'm sure he is still working some kind of event, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
It's Sid, Psycho Sid. Yes.
Oh God, I don't know.
Kevin Nash. Any big guy. Let's just bring in big guys. Giant Gonzalez. Tugboat.
Yeah. You would have to
Loch Ness. Remember Loch Ness? Let's bring in Loch Ness.
Get the Yeti.
Oh, the Yeti, baby. As the American Dream, Dustin Rhodes would say, "Oh, look at that man. He's a bad man. He's a Yeti, baby. The Yeti."
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
In some ways, I want it to be Kane, but I want them to do it right with Kane. Like maybe just make him. I don't know, man.
I don't want it to be Kane because I don't think there is a good way to do it with Kane. That's the thing.
I know he's getting near his end of his career, possibly, but still, and he's huge, and he's still, he's still buff, and he's working out and shit. He looks for his age, he looks good.
It just kind of sounds like you'd like to lotion Kane up, and I'm a little creeped up by it. Sounds like you kind of want to get in from with Kane.
Big red. I want some of that big red.
I can't help it, Dave. I look at him, and he's rippling. He's rippling, Dave.
I want some of that no eyebrow action right there.
There you go. You got anything else for me, Steven? I think I'm going to wrap this show up.
Yeah, I was just want to call him. I called him. I know I was late on the show, but I just wanted to get my.
You're not late. The show's still going on. You're not late at all. I'm terrible. Oh my God! This big giant mosquito spider is flying around again, and he's coming back over to me, and I don't like it. He's a big motherfucker. I'm gonna have to kill this guy. But oh well.
I'll let you go and smack that mother effer, but
yeah.
You have a good one, Dave. But I just hope this Night of Champions something crazy happens.
I do too. But hey, I appreciate the call, buddy.
All right, you have a good one.
Take it easy, Steven. Take it easy. Steven, everybody. Steven. See, there you go. Jordan Turner says, hey, Dave, what match do you think will surprise you? Here's the thing. When you're looking at the card, it looks like it's pretty solid. So as far as surprises, I don't really know. I think Ryback and Kevin Owens, I think Ryback will surprise a lot of people. I also think the quality of the New Day and Dudley match will surprise people. I think Sting will surprise people. So there are some surprises there. There you go. I think that's about all I got. I appreciate everybody supporting in the channel, in the chat. I hope you guys liked. I hope you guys subscribed. I hope you... Oh, I got bad hiccups. Weird burp hiccups. I hope you guys support the channel and continue to get copious in your lives. Whatever you do, do it copiously. Just go big. Fuck it. I know I'm not using the word in the correct tense there, but that's all right because I'm Dead on Dave and I do what I want when I wanna. So thank you guys very much for all the support. Thanks for watching the show. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know it's early, baby. I know it's early. But if you like the NFL and you want to get the best pregame action that you can get with a real motherfucker talking, come on right here, Dead on Dave Productions, Untitled NFL Kickoff Show with Dead on Dave and Jim Peterson. And hopefully you guys will get involved. Call in and let me know what you guys think about... There you go, Frenchie Ben. I burped on the fly. Unless you were maybe wanting me to burp on the actual flying thing. I can't do that because he might fly in my mouth. That's not good. So there you go. Check out the NFL show. You can call in about your favorite NFL team and all that good stuff. Thank you guys very much. Hope you all have a fantastic day. Oh, God. I'm not answering your stupid question, old school Matt. I ignored it the first time. I've ignored it. I ignored it the first time and I'll ignore it again. Your question gets no answer. Try going to sleep now, motherfucker. Almost lost my headphones. Thank you guys very much. Like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Whatever you do, keep it copious. And if you don't have talent, have talented friends. We'll see you next time. Peace.